When doing countdowns for particular shows, studios, or channels, I go to make one for both bad and good works. This becomes a real challenge with things that don't give me much to work with, much like the Casagrandes. And unlike with what I tried to accomplish with the worst list, I have to forego unique reasons for the episodes. Bear with me, folks. What up, snitches? I'm the Animaniac, and these are the top 7 best Casagrandes episodes. Phantom Freakout. Ronnie Ann and Sid are participating in a 12 is Midnight video shoot when they and the people around them experience ghostly activity. With the help of a nearby Lincoln and Clyde, the girls and Tim figure out who the ghost is and why they're doing this so the shoot can continue. This is a decent mystery, this time about who's terrorizing those inside the concert hall and why. And the tension comes from making the members of Tim into instruments.
Jesus.
And the extras and crew hightailing out of the hall, putting Ronnie Ann and Sid's dream of being in a 12 is Midnight video in jeopardy. And the song at the end, Classic Magic, is fine. I like the sentiment and the piano, but the vocals are too processed for my ears. While I'm not crazy for it, I'll let you folks send off this entry.
That's a 9. I need you at 900.
Karma Chameleon. Mr. Scully comes to the building to install smoke alarms. The problem is that the Casagrandes are looking after some lizards that Becca brought home from the zoo. The kids have to work hard to keep them safe and hidden until Scully leaves. The kids finding a place to hide the reptiles Becca's been nursing while Rosa distracts Mr. Scully is pretty tense, especially during the dinner scene where they try and catch Cam, who's hiding on the table. The knocks I have against this episode are the places Scully puts the smoke alarms, how he never opens his eyes, and that it never occurs to the kids to just hide the reptiles where he puts smoke alarms in. It's not like he's going to come back. Those are the only distractions from an otherwise decent episode. Dial M for mustard. Bruno's hot dog cart gets stolen. With a hot dog contest where the prize is a trip to Italy, the kids get to the bottom of who did it. This is the show's best mystery I could find. The alibis of every suspect in the hot dog cart theft was the closest the show kept me on my toes, and the owner Bruno needing it for a hot dog contest for a trip to Italy just adds to that. In the process of writing this and Phantom Freakout swapped a few spots, and I think this is where it belongs. Mainly because this is more personal to the neighborhood, whereas Ronnie Ann and Sid's dilemma over the 12 is Midnight video, I couldn't get fussed enough about it. Stress test. Bobby is struggling to pass his BAT test, so his family give him a hand on how to pass it. Now it's time to give hope to a character that deserves it the most, and Bobby is one who deserves it the most considering how the show treats him later on. This episode is where I care for him the most, and that sympathy isn't fighting anything else that takes away from it. And I enjoyed the family helping him with their own methods. Carlos's is perhaps the closest to being funny in the episode, and the reveal of the solution is surprising while making sense with Bobby's character. His best episode of the show. Rocket plan. CJ wants to build a rocket for a science project, but is feeling down about his classmates thinking he's a doofus for going for that. Hector gives him a hand as his assistant, encouraging him to pursue his dream. This is not only one of the few times Hector isn't shown to be a lazy moron, he's also a sweetheart for helping his grandkid CJ make the science project he wants to make. A big fat rocket. And I'm on board the whole way. CJ is a deserving kid, and Hector and the whole family are great for pitching in. Only if Rosa wasn't too busy trying to bust Hector eating his stashes of fried food. She could have helped too. Snack packed. The Casagrandes discover a new tamale truck that helps them tie them over until dinner time. They decide to keep this hidden from Rosa and even go into secret plan mode to get them every time. The majority of the episode have the family members in conflict in a way that's more obnoxious than funny, which makes them being on the same page while working together a welcome change. Them dropping the time Rosa didn't cook for them after a pre-dinner snack once adds extra tension to the tamale operation. Love them. What happens to Sergio when he gets caught blackmailing the family to get what he wants is one of the few times I enjoyed him being punished. Snack Pack's greatest strengths are in its tension and heart, not in its humor. Now for some honorable mentions. Vacation Days. This was the first episode I found to be good back when I first looked at the show. Clearly I found ones I like more. I still enjoyed seeing Ronnie Ann and Maria together and was constantly annoyed by everyone else not getting a clue, and the two missing each other was unfortunate. And the reactions to the situation are very sweet. Curse of the Candy Goblin. The majority of this episode is unremarkable except for a really good jump scare with the Candy Goblin and the reveal at the end. If you've made it this far into the video, be sure to give it a like so it can be pushed to more people. Now for the best episode this show had to offer. The Horoscope. Rosa tells Ronnie Ann about Ernesto Estrella's latest prediction, something Ronnie Ann knows is nonsense. However, when Lincoln comes to visit, what he does during their time together starts lending credence to what Ernie said. Horrified at what will be the outcome, she tries to prevent it. As the day goes on and Lincoln mentions other things that trigger Ronnie Ann remembering Ernesto, it makes her so anxious. Convinced that Lincoln likes her more than a friend, she enlists Sid to help her stall until the day is over. And Lincoln revealing he actually shows her his magic act for a talent show was a well-executed surprise. The horoscope is the best use of astrology in the show, as the other times they were either really dumb or forced and unconvincing. This is perhaps the best episode I could find from this show. If there is an episode of this show you think is good, leave it in the comments. If you guys want to stay updated on future videos, be sure to follow me on Getter, Twitter, and DeviantArt. The links are in the description, and if you want to be the first to know when a new video will be up, ring that bell after you subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.